Leland Kirby, also known as the Caretaker, is the creator of Everywhere at the End of Time, which is a very long album consisting of 6 different stages exploring dementia. It starts off with basically slowed down ballroom records from the 20s, and they get distorted and warped eventually, and it just turns into just ambient noise that really just ends up in a bliss. But it is amazing. It basically explores how dementia takes over a person and just ends up with like fatal totality. It's really dark and very depressing, but it's one of my most favorite albums of all time, and really it's just a work of art as a whole. So this album, it could not work without the art made by Ivan Seal, who does a bunch of crazy contemporary stuff. Like, just look at this. It really doesn't look like anything noticeable. Like, it looks like something that you might recognize, but it just, that's not it. So today we're going to be painting one of Ivan Seal's works, paired with a different album created by the Caretaker, An Empty Bliss Beyond This World. And I just finished listening to the Caretaker, and I was like, I need to hear more of this. It's just amazing. It took a while to get through it, but I actually enjoyed many of the different songs at the beginning, and it's just beautiful. But basically, I found this one, and it's much shorter. It's 52 minutes, and we're going to try painting this picture today. It's a very famous picture painted by Ivan Seal, mostly known because of Leland Kirby's music, but really, I love his works, and we're going to try doing this today since we're starting to get more into art. It'll be an oil painting, and since my only canvases they're kind of like 24 by 18, we're going to do this one. It's really supposed to be just the square image, and I don't really know what this is. It kind of looks like just a boulder with either a cigarette or a match sticking out of it, and really, it's so surreal that there are just so many ways to interpret this, and I think that's why he does his art like this. And as soon as I saw this, I was like, I want this on my wall. So instead of trying to find the actual thing or paying for like a cheap print of it, we're gonna try and make our own here, and this will help me with oil painting and showing me into like the contemporary styles of art. Okay, so first what I'm doing is just making a basic, just a few lines, just some outlines so that I can shape it correctly. The ball there, of course, and the separation lines. There's that little match thing, and you can already see like mine are a bit like more taller than his, and that's because the canvas size. So right here we're starting with a little bit of very light blue, and there's some very dark blue. Most of these colors are just different tones of blue. Like, that's a darker gray for the shadow underneath, but really it has quite a bit of blue in it. Everything, the grays, the blacks around, put some liquid white there, and that black, it's a pretty dark gray, but as you can see, there's a little bit of blue in it. I'm making it a little bit darker on that side and lighter on that side so that we can see the separation. So here is the sphere. Put a little bit of white, put a little bit of orange in to show that light reflection, and some blue on the darker shade underneath. And this was actually pretty easy to do. I thought it would be a lot more difficult, but just the colors were pretty simple, just different shades of gray with a bit of green and blue and yellowing. So there's the stick, just a little bit of red on the end, and the shadow is in a dark gray. There it is, and we got all the way pretty well into stage 2 of We're at the End of Time album, finished the other one, so about, yeah, almost exactly 2 hours it took to complete this, pretty fast. I think this is the hardest painting I've ever done, even though it looks so geometric and simple. There's just shading, just, it's nothing I've ever done in the Bob Ross stuff. That's so easy. Everything just blurs together. You just smear across the page and it looks better. But I've never been taught anything like this, and hopefully I'll be getting more into creating my own artwork like this. But seriously, go ahead and check the Caretaker out. Leland Kirby, Ivan Seal, and all of his work. And yeah, this is going up on the art wall. Yeah, right there. That's amazing. Painting this, I gotta let it dry, was literally a surreal experience. It was just like nothing I'd ever experienced before. And if you, like, I would seriously encourage any artist to go out and try and paint some of his works. They're actually a bit more difficult than you think. this part of it was, it wasn't too hard. The figures were actually pretty simple. Just the shading and just the shape, it all worked out together. A lot of like visible brush strokes. That's, I think, what he kind of went for. But seriously, the rest of it was pretty difficult, even though it's very geometric. It's kind of like just a basic still life, but if you have the background of, you know, listening to the entire Everywhere at the End of Time album, or just the Empty Bliss Beyond This World, then it will really be crazy just painting along with the music. It's just going to be something else. So if you love the music and you're an artist, and even if you're not an artist, seriously try that, because it's crazy. So I'm tired. I gotta go clean up. As usual, it's a pretty big mess. You can check out the palette here. There were some colors I obviously wasted a ton because I thought there would be more than there was. But really, it was mostly blue, gray, and white, and a little bit of orange if you want. Some yellow, but not really much. And of course, you needed the red for those. I don't even know what those are. This was a lot of fun. This was a really moving experience, and hope I'll start to create my own contemporary art, or whatever kind of art this is. Haven't really figured out my style yet. I've still just been, you know, like copywriting other artists, and just trying to put my own thing into it. I'll probably figure this out soon. Anyways, thanks for watching. Seriously, go check out some of this Ivan Seal and Leland Kirby. Just check out a little bit of it. I can't promise you'll like it, but it really is something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.